Folks, it's 2023 and it's time to hit the road. We're Trist and Kez and we're going to show you how to plan for a road trip in the UK. Here's some of our little travel hacks and tips to get you on your way this year. So a road trip can be fantastic or it can be an absolute nightmare. It really depends on how you've chosen to plan your trip. So here are our road trip planning must-haves. So planning your route can make your trip a whole lot easier. In the past, we travelled a day at a time, meaning that each day we'd have to find a park up for the night. As you can imagine, that's not the easiest thing to do. So planning ahead makes life a lot easier and a lot less stressful on the road. As you can imagine, that's not the most ideal way of planning your trip on a day-to-day basis. Especially if after travelling and adventuring all day, you're a little bit tired. It's not the best one to be making decisions and plans for the rest of your night. So we recommend you plan several days of travel and overnight stays at once to make things a little bit easier on you. It also means if you've been travelling quite a bit or adventurising around wherever you are, it makes it a little bit easier and less stressful on the old noggin. Travelling and adventuring on the road can get tiring, so plan ahead where you're going to be parking overnight. Use apps like Britstop, Park for Night, Search for Sites, and even Google Maps to figure out where you're going to stay overnight and ensure that it's a peaceful park up. Maybe even plan more than one stop for that night, just in case anything unexpected happens or changes. Trust me, it'll save you a lot of brain power and grief. Do that ahead of time. You can thank me later. Plan to take things slow. If you do things too quick, it can mess up your peaceful and tranquil trip. Take it slow, go with the flow, and enjoy what nature and the outdoors has got to give you. Vehicle check. Make sure you check your vehicle's fluids and tyre pressure before you head off on your road trip. Sightseeing. Make sure you've got a list of all the places you want to see and make sure they're open when you're travelling through. And if you can, try not to pack too much into one day because things can get a little hectic and a little bit tiring on the road. Food. When you're planning your trip, try to make sure you know where the nearest supermarkets and shops are so you can refuel, resupply and get some more water, snacks and supplies to keep yourself going for as long as you're going to be out on your road trip. This will help you plan how much food and water you'll need at any one time between stops. It'll also allow you to know how long you've got to last before you run out of those essentials. And always try and have some backup food. We always have tinned goods and packet pastas just as a backup in case something changed en route, we decided to stay somewhere longer or our plans went a little bit awry. We've always got a backup. Not the healthiest option, but can get you out of a little jam. Fuel. You can't go anywhere without it and it's not the cheapest thing at the moment. So we use the app Petrol Prices to see where on our route we can find the cheapest diesel to keep us trucking on our journey a little bit longer and keep a few extra pounds and pence in the pocket. And if you're like me, you can gamify it and see where the cheapest places are en route. I am so rock and roll. Power and battery packs. Make sure you've got enough power, battery packs and whatever you need to charge up what you got on the road. We've got a few battery packs and a jackery which gives us more than enough power for what we need to use on the road. And then of course you've got heat sources. Make sure you've got some warm bedding and a little heat source to keep you warm. It's January at the moment, I think it's about -2, so it's pretty cold if you don't have a diesel heater. We make sure we've got loads of warm bedding so we keep nice and warm at night, and then we bought ourselves a little 250 watt heater to give us just a little bit of warmth inside the van. That runs off our 500 watt jackery perfectly. Keep your space tidy. In a small space, things can easily get out of hand and a little bit messy. It's a tidy space, it's a tidy mind. You won't start losing things like I used to. So keep your space tidy, keep it headache free, and you'll enjoy your little space even more. Oh, don't forget, whenever you see a bin, make sure you drop your trash off as quickly as possible because you never know when you're going to find another bin en route and you don't want all that stuff stinking up your van. Depending on how you're travelling and what van you got, it might be worth checking out where your nearest toilets are. You can search on Google or Google Maps where the nearest public toilets are. If you're headed off to a supermarket, why not check their toilets out? 9 times out of 10, they've got one. And finally, make sure you pack a sense of adventure and hit the road. So what are you doing next, I hear you ask? Well, we're off on a wintry road trip to North Wales. Yep, it's January. Yep, it's about -2. Yep, I think it's snowing in North Wales at the moment. Oh, and yeah, we don't have a diesel heater. Could be fun. So hit that bell notification and join us next week as we hit the road. We hope you found our road trip travel hacks and tips useful. Let us know in the comments below what we missed off the list and what you add to your list. There's probably much more, but we just wanted to give you guys a few travel tips and hacks to set you on your way. And don't forget to like this video, leave us a comment, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you know when our next video is coming out. And until next time folks, bye for now.